Prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it goes. Free your mind.
You are listening to Panties and Sports. This is your player partner, DizzieMac, and the one and only, the incomparable First Lady of Sports Talk, Cheryl Smith. And we are the panel with my boy Ronnie B back there producing. First Lady, the fans are ready. I'm ready. What you saying?
Each week we try to figure out what is going on in the sports world. Not the plays of the week, more like the players of the week. Are they trying to tell us something? So we ask, what you saying? Fly, little birdie, fly. Time keeps on slipping into the future. Time keeps on slipping into the future. So I want to fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let the spirit carry me. I want to fly right into the future. The little birdie known as John Wall wishes he could fly far, far away from a fractured wrist that has bounced him and perhaps his wizardly friends out of the playoffs. Is it time to call Harry Potter for backup? Do the Wizards stand a chance against the Hawks? Will Paul Pierce become the surprise hero and get them into the Eastern Conference Championship round? Kevin Love, Chris Paul, Kevin Durant, and the Steve Miller Band are asking, what you saying? So unfortunate, DizzieMac, for John Wall and the Wizards. I mean, they really were balling before his injury, and John Wall is just such an intricate part of their offense. He makes their offense flow, and he also keeps them at a fast pace. I just feel sorry for the Wizards because I thought they had an excellent chance in making it to the conference finals. Can they beat the Hawks? Well, it's going to be hard, but I give them a puncher's chance. I mean, the problem with the Wizards, they only have one backup point guard, and that's Ramon Sessions. I mean, usually most teams, DizzieMac, they have more than one backup point guard, or they have a combination guard that can play point guard. So I don't know. This is going to be a question whether or not the old man River Paul Pierce, he's old. If he can step up his game and play like a point forward for the Wizards, then they will have a really good chance to beat the Hawks. Because, DizzieMac, the Hawks are not the same team that they were in the regular season. So they definitely can be beaten at this point in time. But it's going to be hard. It really is going to be hard without John Wall. So I'm giving them, I'm going to say 50-50 chance. I can't commit to them actually beating the Hawks without John Wall. But if he can come back and be a mere shell of himself, then I say they can beat the Hawks. What are you thinking, DizzieMac?
Hey, I'm right there with you, First Lady. 50-50 is the best I can give them. Ramon Sessions, serviceable, but he is not John Wall. He doesn't bring the same type of game to the Wizards like John Wall does. See, John Wall gets to the hoop, he takes the harm, gets the foul, and, the double-doubles. He runs the show. And he is just a blur up and down the court. And that hurts the Hawks. The Hawks have shown that they're not the same team. And I think because it's the Hawks, the Wizards have a 50-50 chance. Again, I know Ronnie B was teasing me earlier. I said, hey, John Wall, without the Wizards, he's still John Wall. You take John Wall from the Wizards, and they become the Gizzards.
They become the Gizzards, huh? I don't know. I think he may come back. He says he's in a lot of pain with his wrist. I mean, his wrist was broken in 5 places, but they're non-displaced fractures, so they didn't shift. So, I mean, if they can develop some type of gear for him to put on his wrist and the pain goes down, She might be surprised. You know, he may come into the game, maybe not the next game, but at least a little bit later in the series. And if that happens, like I said, if he just plays, if he's just on the court, I give the Wizards a chance. But Paul Pierce definitely has to step up, DizzieMac. Paul Pierce, I mean, he can play that point forward. And I still think that they could be a little bit better than the Hawks. I just don't know what's going on with the Hawks. They just don't have that same flow that they had in the beginning of the season and even up into the middle of the season. They just kind of disappeared at the end of the season. They weren't one of the teams that was on a winning streak at the end. They were just kind of like holding on. So I just think if Wall can get in there and play a little bit, it'll be enough to push the Wizards over. But that's as far as they'll be able to go because they need a healthy John Wall to beat somebody in the Western Conference. If they do, not in the Western Conference, if they get to the Eastern Conference final against LeBron or even Chicago, look, there's no way that the Wizards can win with John Wall being injured.
You're right. The Bulls. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years, rocking my peers, putting suckers on fear, making the tears rain down like a milestone. Listen to the bass go boom, explosion. Over the competition, I'm towering. Wreck and shop when I drop these lyrics that'll make you call the cops. Don't you dare stay. You better move. Don't ever compare me to the rest of the. I'll get you sliced and diced. Competition paying no price. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out. We're not talking about Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, or Michael Jordan. We're talking about the knockout punch the Clippers landed on the San Antonio Spurs. The last second shot into the Spurs' quest for their first ever repeat and possibly ended the dynasty created by the Big Three. Have this group of Spurs, including the coach, seen the passing of the torch to the younger teams with younger guns? Jesse James, Bat Matheson, Quick Draw McGraw asking, what you say? Well, Spurs have nothing to be ashamed of. Again, they're going up against a deep team, a team that probably was the worst matchup they could have got in the first round. And they took them to a Game 7, close. All the games close. They went on each other's home court. You may have one more year. Duncan, Ginobili, Popovich. But as we see, until these young guns do something, win a title, climb up that mountain, then I think it's still a chance for the older, more veteran teams to come in and still do their thing because they understand how to win. They understand what's going on. And until a team can understand that, and I don't think you can have a young team do this in this day and age unless they just have 3 young guns locked up under contract. Will we see another young team have a dynasty like the Spurs? I don't know, First Lady. You think this group of Spurs are going to pass the torch?
Well, I don't think they're ready to pass the torch. But first, before I get to that, I just want to give some props to Chris Paul. He finally won a big series, DizzieMac, and hopefully he can get to the conference finals for the first time. But that was a great Game 7, excellent Game 7, probably one of the better Game 7s that you ever wanted to see because usually Game 7s are usually blowouts. But the Spurs have been one of the best teams in the league for years. But just the interesting thing about the Spurs, they just could never get a repeat. And I just think because of the older players, that's the reason why they couldn't get a repeat, because it's hard to get up as an older player, to perform year to year. But the funny thing about this series, DizzieMac, it was the Spurs' young jocks that did not perform well. It wasn't the old guys. Well, I'll get to that later. But Danny Green and Tiago Splitter, they did not show up for the series. Danny Green was terrible. He finally had a good Game 7, but he really did not step up in this series. Kawhi Leonard and Patty Mills, they were excellent, but they needed Danny Green. They needed him to hit those outside shots. And Tiago Splitter, come on, man, you just couldn't do anything. You were too slow-footed, couldn't keep up with DeAndre Jordan. I mean, he sat on the bench most of the time. That's why Boris Diaw played most of the time. Now, I think the majority of the Spurs players will come back, Parker, Duncan, and Coach Popovich. However, DizzieMac, I just don't see Manu Ginobili returning. I really think, yes, I think it's going to be a mutual separation. I don't think the Spurs want him. No, Manu Ginobili has been a total disappointment. His game continues to deteriorate each year, DizzieMac. Each year. Tim Duncan was the best player for the Spurs in this series. I mean, Tim was on point.
He was.
He was the best player. So, I really don't think Tim wants to go out that way. So I do see the Spurs coming back, but not with Manu Ginobili. I think he will retire, and I think the Spurs will ask him to retire. And they need to get another sixth man. They need to get somebody to come off the bench. And Bellinelli, he was okay, but they need somebody who can play defense, too. And that was one of the problems with Marco Bellinelli. He just couldn't play defense. Anybody who was on him, the Clippers lit him up. So I think, and the thing about Duncan, when he retires, Coach Popovich will retire. They will definitely go down together. So I do see them coming back without Manu Ginobili.
Well, First Lady, you told them all here first. Spurs without Manu. Please take us to break.
The first 3 listeners to email us or send a shout-out with the name of the First Lady Boo will receive a $25 gift card from our friends at sportsacademy.com. Now, you guys know I've always talked about my boo on this show, so please call in, email us, or send those shout-outs. Stay tuned. Coming up next, we have a performance from Camera Soul on the first part of Shout-Out.
Freeman Savant.
And First Lady's Boo.
Let me ask you a question. Are you getting enough? I bet you'd love more, right? Well, AdamandEve.com wants to give you more with 10 free gifts. First, you'll get a sexy surprise for her. Second, a specially selected toy for him. And third, a little something we know you'll both enjoy. Plus, you'll get 6 full-length adult movies on DVD. And number 10, free shipping on your entire order. So what do you have to do to get your 10 free gifts? It's not hard. Just go to AdamandEve.com and select any one item. It could be an adventurous new toy, sexy piece of lingerie, or anything you desire. Just enter offer code FREE61 at checkout, and you'll get all 10 free gifts. Go check out AdamandEve.com today. Select one item and get 10 free gifts, including free shipping, when you enter offer code FREE61. That's FREE61 at AdamandEve.com.
The music flows in from around the globe to get a shout-out from the town. First Lady, I can't wait to hear the music from Camera Soul. Over to you.
On Shout-Out, we feature new independent artists who are looking to find their shining star. If we like what we hear, we'll give the track a shout-out. If we don't like it, we hit the mute. This morning we had Camera Soul out of Denver, Colorado with their album Dress Code. From their website, Camera Soul is a powerful jazz funk ensemble produced by Mr. Marco Rossi of Azura Music out of Verona, and released in the United States and Canada by Catherine Ballard Shutt of Timpact Entertainment out of Denver, Colorado. All right, let's hear This Rain. was this rain. DizzieMac, are you giving this track a shout out, or are you going to hit the mute button?
Man, first,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a shout out.
Give it a shout out.
It stayed in its lane, and it was, easy on the ears. One of those kind of lounging type, rainy day type cuts. The Shimmy Shake girls liked it too, so they were over here shimmying and shaking.
All right. I haven't heard from the Shimmy Shake girls. What y'all over there doing? I see you giving that mimosa to your good buddy over there, DizzieMac. And Ronnie B?
Yeah.
We know this about this thing.
Before I say what I like about this rain, I feel deprived, First Lady. The Shimmy Shake girls been over there pampering DizzieMac. I know they trying to high sign up on some extra Mother's Day gifts, and they just left me and you. I've seen though you over there with a glass of water and some ice. And I didn't even get the glass. And I'm like, what is this morning? So I'm just saying. But I'm just saying, First Lady, we being treated like second classers here. But I like the track. That to me, that's the kind of track where when you're doing so, like you were doing some work, it's some nice music to have in the background to kind of, to kind of give you a little, it's upbeat enough where it doesn't distract you. And it's a good song. It's a good song. I'd like to see what they can do. So I'm shouting it out.
You shouting it out too? Shouting it out too? Because you know one thing about that song, it sounds very familiar to me. I'm not saying anything like that, but it just has a familiarity that I've heard that tune before, and I was trying to figure it out, but it really is a good track. I just like you guys were saying, it is very mellow, laid back. Even though it was mellow, it had some upbeat to it, but it just the instrumental part of it I really like. So I'm definitely going to shout it out. I'm going to try to figure out what song that reminded me of too. Well, we'll have another performance from Camera Soul on part 2 of Shout Out. Is that the sound of my favorite underwater friend? Is it time for Flip It?
Okay, it's time for Flip It, where our host defend a point and then flip the script and defend the opposing view. Deshaun Jackson, or is it Deshaun McCoy, or Michael Jackson? Y'all know who I'm talking about. He who was a value player for the Eagles has basically said that Chip Kelly likes certain players, specifically the ones that are not African Americans. It does make a brother wonder, why you get rid of top players but keep Riley Cooper? The guy known for saying N-word.
I'll fight them all.
We asked the panel to defend LaShawn McCoy Jackson Hewitt. H&R Block simply has a case of sour grapes, and his attention is focused on playing the game. Chip Kelly made the best moves he thought he should make for his team. He even went and got DeMarco Murray, who is not white, so get off it. McCoy, LaShawn, get ready for some football. Panel, defend DizzieMac.
Sour grapes. Sour grapes at its best. And, you know, my girl, First Lady, has always talked about sour grapes. Focus on playing the game. This is a business. You just getting caught all up in your emotions. Hurt because somebody said, we're trading you to someplace else and getting something back in return and moving forward. Get over it, you big-head jokers. Philly made the best move they could make. Chip Kelly pulled the trigger on them deals, and they're done. Hey, he got the mark on Murray. It didn't seem like he had any problems. Not at all. And last time I looked, DeMarco Murray was also the same color as you. So look in the mirror. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Well, I mean, don't smoke it, but just look at it.
All right, DizzieMac with the defense. First Lady, is this a case of some sour grapes?
Sour grapes. What is the issue with LaShawn Shady McCoy? He has an infatuation with buses. Now, you remember in 2012, he humiliated a woman on a party bus by throwing her off the bus. Now, in 2015, he's humiliating Chip Kelly by throwing him under the bus, by implying he's a racist. Shady. Shady, shady. Yes, he does like a certain type of player. Players that are not arrogant superstars. Chip believes in the team concept. So, you know, he's going to remove anyone who chooses an individual persona versus a team persona. Kelly has removed players that do not fit his system. You know, the system that he wants to run in Philadelphia or the culture that he wants to establish with the Eagles. Let's face it, he also traded Nick Foles, who is white and a Pro Bowl Pro Bowl winner. You know, he was in the Pro Bowl under Chip Kelly. So it's just not black players that he's getting rid of. He's going to get rid of anybody that doesn't meet the type of style that he wants to play. Chip is not a racist, Shady McCoy. It's not personal. You just need to move on and stop sucking those sour grapes.
Preach. Now you know that this is flipping. And even with that impassioned defense, you just don't know where they might be coming from. So we're flipping the script. We asked the panel to defend. Where there's smoke, there's often fire. Sure, Chip Kelly grabbed DeMarco, but that does not explain keeping O'Reilly Cooper, who embarrassed the organization when he got rid of talented players who happened to, when he got embarrassed the organization. Now, I would not call him a racist, but he may have a preference for a certain type of brother who say, yes, master. I mean, yes, coach. DizzieMac, defend.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to defend this one. Yeah, Chip Kelly grabbed DeMarco, but it was 1-for-1. You got rid of your running back and got another running back. They just happen to be the same color. So, okay, that's a wash there. Who's better? We'll see. DeMarco Murray only put up 1 year. That was great. Shady McCoy had some years. Sean Jackson had some years. But that still doesn't explain keeping Riley Cooper. Anybody else who's embarrassed in an organization has been out of work, or at least out of that city playing. Yeah, I think it does. See, they ain't saying nothing about Sam Bradford. Yeah, I can get him. I can get him to come here. Yeah, he got him to come there because, hey, that's his friend. But little does DeMarco know. You got to bow down to Chip Kelly. He ain't playing. He wants you to know who's in charge. And you got to be a certain type to just bow down. Again, it's his way or the highway. Ain't that right, Shady?
Going down the highways of my life. Oh, First Lady. Yes. Smoke. How do you keep a Riley Cooper who embarrassed the organization, but other players who happen to be of a certain group in these here United States, all of a sudden they have a problem? They're trying to do something? Now, I would not call him a racist, but he may have a preference for a certain type of brother, player, who say yes, master. Yes, coach. Defend.
Chip definitely likes a certain type of brother from another planet. He wants a low-key type of man that doesn't self-endorse himself. Shady McCoy and DeJohn Jackson, they were just two flamboyant and very outspoken black men. Chip likes to let people aware that he is the HCIC, head coach in charge. Chip doesn't want any voice higher than his, so you can't call him a racist. You can say he felt threatened by the black man's masculinity and swagger.
Go tell it on the mountain. Yep. You heard the defense this week. And and that's what you heard. First Lady, take us out of here.
Stay tuned. Up next, the funnies and our favorite underwater friend on Flip It, Part 2.
Don't get the shimmy shake girls that way.
Credit card debt was kicking my butt. Filing for bankruptcy was not for me. I spoke with those debt consolidation people who only wanted me to keep the debt I had for what seemed like a century. A friend said, "Your debt destroyed." I said, "What?" They said, "Your debt destroyed." They said, "Contact Sharon at Your Debt Destroyed and let her team of experts eliminate your debt while building up your credit worthiness." I contacted Sharon, and she put her team to work to destroy my debt with a plan that was easy to follow and gave me and my family peace of mind. Don't consolidate your debt, eliminate your debt. Contact Sharon at yourdebtdestroyed.com or call her at 888-431-2829, extension 2.
Welcome back. You are listening to Bras, Panties and Sports. It's time for the funnies. DizzieMac, over to you.
Man, First Lady, I am glad to be here because we have our 15th Need to Grow story of 2015, and I want to bring it to you. That's a lot, 15.
Yeah, 15. They keep on growing, those need to grow.
Hey, and they keep needing to be watered, so we're going to have Spitface and Old School take care of the watering. That way he won't be in the studio with you.
Okay.
Alleged bank robber Dominic Antonio Fonseca denies crime because he asked politely. He admits he took stacks of cash from a teller, videotaped it, and even posted evidence on social media. But he says he's not guilty because he asked politely.
Yes, politely. Okay.
Please. Just a little bit. Dominique, age 23, says, what he did on Monday afternoon doesn't count as bank robbery because the note he handed to the teller at Town Bank in Virginia Beach was cordial. It even ended with a smiley face. Emoji. Oh, wow. He told NBC affiliate WABY in a jailhouse interview, I went and I gave a note and I asked, actually, politely. A robbery is going and demanding something and taking the money or whatever like that. I didn't do that. The handwritten notes, which Alpine Faker later posted to his Instagram account, starts, I need 150,000 bands right now. Please. You need to grow. Please take 3 to 4 minutes to get here. I would appreciate if you ring the alarm a minute after I am gone. Make sure the money doesn't blow up on my way out. Smiley face. Oh, wow. Alpha who said he is a rapper, also posted videos of the alleged robbery to his Instagram. But he defended his actions, telling WABY, if it was a robbery, I don't think I would videotape it, post a picture of the letter, and do that all to come to jail. Well, you did. You did. Wow. Police disagreed and outside. 20 minutes after the incident with a gym bag full of cash and taken to a city jail, according to WABY. His next court appearance is June 12th. That's a need to grow for you. Need to grow.
That is a need to grow.
At least politely. I mean,
a need to grow. But you know what? There is a lawyer. There is a lawyer that's gonna win that case.
Because he politely asked for money.
There is a lawyer there's a lawyer who's gonna go what he did. They're gonna go. He's right. Now he may be stupid.
Don't make this need to grow sound like he's intelligent, Ronnie B.
I did not say that. He said, hey, being right don't mean you're intelligent. Everybody get lucky.
Okay.
Everybody get lucky.
I know, but the joke is, if he didn't post it on his Instagram, he may have gotten away with the crime.
No, they videotaped him in the bank. He wasn't getting away.
Yeah, well, somebody would have to turn him in. I mean,
they didn't say. They hide bank robbers down there. Where is this at? This isn't happening in what state of the union? Somewhere down your way. They ain't sitting up in that Virginia Beach. Oh no. That need to grow going to jail. They could. His own mama called her. How much everyone? That boy go.
I know where he at right now.
I know we had come he hanging out with his baby mama. Her name and here's her phone number. You can text her. We gonna get half.
He eating some fried chicken and candy yams right now.
Yeah, come and get the dumb butt. All right.
Wait, hold up. What's this, man? Now you getting the shimmy shake girl's hair wet. But hey, if you hear and it's splashing, you know it must be time for our favorite underwater friend. It's time for Flip It. Keep the water down. Please.
Time for Flip It, where our hosts defend the point and not that need to grow, and then flip the script and defend the opposing view. The NFL Golden Man, a.k.a. Tom Brady with the supermodel wife, has been found having to know something about the footballs being deflated to a size he happens to prefer. Wow. With a powerful, bold accusation or conclusion like that, the NFL has got to do something. Panel defend. The real crime is the time and money the NFL wasted for a rule violation that should be a $25,000 fine and was only instituted because kickers kept doing things to game balls. If this is the best they can come up with, it is time to let the air out of Deflate gate, slap the team with the $25,000 fine, and institute a process where only the officiating crew has and handles the game footballs. DizzieMac, Duffy.
The real crime here is the NFL had nothing better to do but try to go on a witch hunt. They've been after Belichick in New England for a long time for something, anything. They videotaping here. They doing this. They tampering. They doing all this. They employing murderers. All that kind of stuff. They've been after them. And it's all they can come up with. The best they can do is say, hey, a couple of pounds here there where everybody doing their thing. Only thing I ever saw was New England winning, doing whatever they needed to do to win the game, and everybody else had a chance to win the game but didn't. And now you want to cry. Sound like a certain Filipino boxer that I know. Hey, slap with a $25,000 fine and just say, hey, the fine will go up if you caught again, or you know, hey, you definitely, you know, need to just put a money tag fine on it and be done. Institute a process. Hey, we're only the refs, the officiating crew, handle the balls, and that's it. Let's you know, hey, let's cut out all that extra hometown advantage and let the referees earn their money. Because last time I looked, they earned a pretty good salary. Make them work. Do something other than just sit around eating the pregame and postgame spread. Man, have you seen some of them refs out there trying to run up and down the field, riding beat? They out of breath. They stomachs hanging over their belts. Yeah, so do some work. At least, you know, if you're not going to hold on to yours, hold on to the game balls.
We have heard the defense from DizzieMac, the naked one, semi-shade girls and all. But let's hear the defense from the First Lady.
The NFL spent all of this money on the Wells report to basically tell us that the evidence is not conclusive or certain, but it's probable, or we can assume that there was tampering. I mean, the NFL really needs to be ashamed of themselves. They're going to convict Tom Brady for something that he probably did, or we can assume he did, because they're connecting the dots, but it wasn't really sure. There was no really substantial evidence. The NFL should have issued a fine, because if they did some fact-checking, many of these quarterbacks have tampered with the football. It just happened that the Colts and the Ravens were in cahoots to bring down the Patriots. And this is the reason why this whole Deflate gate came about. And the problem is they just can't win legitimately. They got to resort to this type of actions. Let's move on from Deflate gate. And the NFL needs to have an official game ball like every other sport. Can you imagine basketball with each team having their own ball? Hockey, the puck, each team having their own hockey pucks. Baseball, now teams have their own baseball, but the officials have the game balls. So, I mean, I don't understand why the NFL was like this. You know, it was news to me. Say each team have their own game ball. Yeah, we need to go back to the having an official game ball for the NFL. And this whole Wells report and this whole situation, this has just been a waste of my NFL dollars.
Well, does this remind you of pine tar? A different sport. Let's flip a panel defend. Cheating is cheating. And recently, infractions that affect what happens on the field have been handled with a big stick. Tom Brady and the equipment guys should get some type of suspension, and the team should lose a low-round draft pick. DizzieMac, defend.
Cheating is cheating. And Roger Goodell and the league have handed down swift frontier-style justice with no problem. Tom, you got to take it on the chin. Take it like a man and deal with whatever fine that you're going to get hit with. Understand that equipment guys could be out of a job or suspended without pay. And a third-round draft pick, maybe even a second-round draft pick will send a message. That's a lot of money that you're not going to be able to provide to somebody or a player that you want on your team at that second-round slot. So I think you hit them right there. Hit them, don't make it too low. But make sure, I would say anywhere from 2 to 4. 2 to 4. You can find a good, serviceable player, even a starter. So I'm with it. Hey, the rules are the rules, Tom.
First Lady, defend.
Tom Brady deserves a 4-game suspension, and the team deserves a fine and a loss of, I would say, a 4th-round draft pick. If you remember doing not Spygate, but doing the Bountygate, Sean Payton was also suspended for the year because ignorance is not acceptable. If you're the coach, you should be in control. And the team should have been aware of all this situation. So the team definitely deserves to lose a 4th-round draft pick and to be fined. Now, the Wells report provided Roger Goodell with enough reason to lay the hammer on Brady and the Patriots. Now, the smoking gun was the text from the employees responsible for handling the football. They basically threw Tom under the bus when they turned over their phones. And Tom, to me, was guilty because he refused to give up his emails and text messages. Basically, that shows that he was hiding something and probably was aware of what was going on and the wrongdoing. The NFL was more convinced that Tom cheated. And they know from past history, the Patriots have been involved with other cheating scandals. So that Wells report just connected all the dots. And now it's time for the Patriots to pay the price for what they've done. And who would have thought that one of the greatest football players of all time will have an issue with his legacy? It's a sad day in New England.
I guess, Brother Tom, you do have that rather attractive supermodel wife. And let me put this a little more accurately. Ladies, I am not saying that because she's an attractive supermodel wife that it has something to do with her being attractive and supermodel. Other than she make more money than he make. She does not have to be attractive supermodel wife with that kind of cash to give Tom a little consoling. Come here, baby. First Lady, take us to break.
On the other side of the break, we have another performance from Camera Soul on Shout Out. Please stay tuned.
Baby, take some pictures.
You got an extra pair of Uggs?
Let me ask you a question. Are you getting enough? I bet you'd love more, right? Well, AdamandEve.com wants to give you more with 10 free gifts. First, you'll get a sexy surprise for her. Second, a specially selected toy for him. And third, a little something we know you'll both enjoy. Plus, you'll get 6 full-length adult movies on DVD. And number 10, free shipping on your entire order. So what do you have to do to get your 10 free gifts? It's not hard. Just go to AdamandEve.com and select any one item. It could be an adventurous new toy, sexy piece of lingerie, or anything you desire. Just enter offer code FREE61 at checkout, and you'll get all 10 free gifts. Go check out AdamandEve.com today. Select one item and get 10 free gifts, including free shipping, when you enter offer code FREE61. That's FREE61 at AdamandEve.com.
You are listening to Bras, Panties and Sports. It's time for Shout Out Part 2, the picks and the finale. The music flows from around the globe to get a shout out from the First Lady and the crew. First Lady, over to you.
We have another performance from Camera Soul. Let's hear the track, A Day With You.
A day with you, and then it's magic. A day with you, here on the riverside. What a surprise, didn't expect it. Made in your eyes, under the bridge. How are you doing? One time I see you. You know I meant the good time we had out of the blue, standing again, a brand new day with you. By the canal, heading to Camden, up through the stairs, touch my dress back. Kiss me again, and then it's magic. The touch of your hand has over here now.
That was A Day With You. All right, let's go to the panel to see if that song is going to get a shout out or we're going to hit the mute button. And guess who just dropped on by and just sneaked right on in there? Joe, the mic is mine. What do you think about that song, A Day With You?
A Day With You. First Lady, I got to like it. That is Hennessy with lime over some slightly melted ice to bruise it all. That's the kind of stuff you listen to when you got somebody you love enough to make them beneficiaries somewhere. You know, I love it. Let's go with that girl. Yeah.
Make him a beneficiary. Okay. All right.
I have to remember to note that one. Let's see. My dear, you know, I love you enough to make you a beneficiary.
Beneficiary. That's important.
I love you.
All right. Ronnie B., what did you think of a day with you?
Well, First Lady, anytime I can spend a day with you is a great day. So, as far as the track,
there it is.
Oh, it was jamming. It was jamming. I liked the day, and I can't quite key in on the group, but there was a late '70s, early '80s group, and the song was something like the Twilight Zone was in it, and they remind me of that group. So, but hey, they jamming.
Okay.
Shout it out.
Shout it out. DizzieMac, you shouting it out? Or are you hitting the mute button?
Oh, man. Hey, First Lady, we shouting it out. That was jamming right there. I'm a definitely get the nice, very rare padded gray bearskin rug. Have some, have some amaretto, slightly chilled. And kick back with, some select shimmy shake girls, and, we can enjoy that a little more closely, if you know what I mean.
First, have you noticed how the shimmy shake girls have mysteriously brought Hennessy with lime over by Midas Man's way?
By Midas Man.
Yeah.
I heard
there it is.
I heard him.
We
have to go with my water and ice.
Yeah,
hey,
we see how we get treated and stuff. Okay, all right, players.
Shimmy shake girls, I understand. Shimmy shake girls, all right. Well, I'm going to shout it out too. Like I told you, Ronnie B, this group does sound familiar to me. Sounds like some other group in the '80s, like you were talking about. But the music was definitely on point. I really enjoyed it. The singing was very soulful. So they got a little pizzazz to them, and that's Camera Soul. So that's the end of shout-out. If you like what you heard from Camera Soul, hit them up at camerasoul.eu. And that's CAMERASOUL.EU. If you would like to be heard or have any comments, you can send your emails and tracks to panties@oldgrumpyradio.com. It is time for the picks, and we continue our NBA hoop picks, looking to see which one of our panelists will be the champion of the hoops. Well, let's go to the scores and what we've been doing. As of today's date, I have 490 points. DizzieMac has 110 points. And Joe, you're on a comeback. You got 325 points. So that's where we stand. Here you come. That's where we stand. And let's get to these new picks. James Harden will score less than 16 points in one game this week. 40 points for the correct answer and a minus 30 points for the incorrect answer. I am definitely saying no. First of all, the Clippers do not play that great of defense to hold James Harden down to less than 16 points. So I'm saying no. DizzieMac, what are you saying?
I'm going to say no.
Okay. Joe?
First Lady, James Harden going to get 16 free throws in all these games. So he will not be held down.
Absolutely. All right. Derrick Rose will score over 30 points in one game this week. Well, we all know Derrick Rose was balling last night. He scored 30 points, and he had to hit the game winner. I'm going to say no. I think he will not score 30 points in one game this week. I'm saying no. I think they're going to put LeBron on James Harden because LeBron's been on Butler. So I think they need to move over and put LeBron to hold him down. DizzieMac, what do you say?
He will. He's balling. He was taking Kyrie Irving to school last night.
Okay, Joe.
Derrick Rose will not score 30 unless they put LeBron on him because he's going to pull him out and go around him and do things to him that's worse than what Noah going to do to him. So he better leave Joe Noah alone.
Okay.
But nah, Derrick Rose, they ain't going to do that, and Derrick Rose ain't going to score 30. But look out for them Bulls.
Like Joe Keane, LeBron actually said Joe Keane was downright disrespectful to him, whatever he said to him. You know, Joe Keane has really been a little beast there lately.
You know, we Bulls, we didn't come to bow down. We didn't come to bow down because
Joe Keane say, I ain't scared. I ain't scared. Give me a LeBron. Give me a LeBron. I ain't scared.
Things more than this, more than trash talking. He got a little bit personal there. So, LeBron said, not in my court. Not in the King's court. All right, LeBron James will have more turnovers than any other player during the week. 35 points the correct answer and minus 20 for incorrect. Whew, this is a tough one because LeBron had a lot of turnovers. I'm going to say yes. He will have more turnovers the next week. Joe, what do you think?
First Lady, he gets his money, but it comes at a cost. And yes, he will lead in turnovers.
DizzieMac.
Yes, because Jimmy, the most improved player in the league, brother, is putting D on LeBron, chasing, blocking the shot. Yeah, he's going to try to go.
You're going to say yes, okay. Well, I guess the Bulls better pay that man his money next year if they want to keep on winning. Steph Curry will have a triple-double in at least one game this week. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. Steph Curry, he's not going to have a triple-double. He'll have a double-double, but not a triple-double. DizzieMac. Will Stephen Curry have a triple-double in at least one game this week? 50 points for the correct answer and 100 points for the incorrect answer.
No, he will not. He's getting beat up. Hey, and he looking like, hey, what's going on here? The Grizzlies saying defense.
Okay.
That's what's going
Joe?
on. We don't understand.
You know, a triple-double is so rare. It's amazing to see somebody do it. But a triple-double versus a double-double is 30 points high on the first end of that double. It may be an equivalent feat. I know he shouldn't do it, but I'm 100 points behind you. I can't keep betting with you. I got to go for something. He gonna get go get me a triple-double, man.
Okay. All right. So Joe's going to go out on a limb and say Stephen Curry would get a triple-double.
First Lady over there with house money.
yes. Well, no, Joe catching up. He's catching up, so we'll see. All right, so we'll see how we fare next week. Before we go, it's time to find out what we missed this week. DizzieMac, what did you miss?
I missed the Chicago Blackhawks sweeping the Minnesota Wild. Moving on in the quest for the Stanley Cup. We got a powerhouse here, y'all.
Okay, got a powerhouse. All right. Joe, I know you didn't miss any money this week. What else did you miss?
You know what? I'm back like a bad cold. How about them Cowboys? I made the Cowboys finding out a way to get 3 first-rounders out of one draft. Lael Collins, you got the best offensive line in football getting better. Who needs DeMarco Murray?
Mm-hmm. Ronnie B., what did you miss?
I missed two things. I missed the Jags' number 3 pick getting hurt in his first off-season workout. And out for the season with a torn ACL. Hey, wish him well, wish him well. And I missed that Jameis Winston is counter-suing his rape accuser for defamation.
Okay. Well, I missed Nasty Mouth Matt Barnes getting fined for $50,000 for telling James Harden's mother to suck his you-know-what. I mean, come on, that is so right.
Oh, that was wrong, brother. That was ignorant.
Oh my gosh, James
That'll land you on need to grow.
Mouth.
That'll land you on need to grow list quick.
Yes, it will.
Need to grow.
Somebody that don't even know Matt Barnes or James Harden to roll up and whoop his ass up. That's out of hand. Come on.
Yes, it is. That's just downright disrespectful. Okay, this has been Cheryl Smith and the crew, and you have been listening to Bras, Panties and Sports.
Come back next week.
Happy Mother's Day to the First Lady and all the ladies out there listening to our shows and the moms everywhere.
Yes. Happy Mother's Day, FMA Fest.